All right, guys, this I think it's the best, cardio slash strength training you could do for yourself. I think even for athletes, one of the best trainings is, this type of hiking on a mountain. Why? Because your body has two type of muscles. Okay, as we all know, type 1 and type 2. If I'm not mistaken, type 1 is the low threshold motor units, and the type 2 is the high threshold motor units. Okay, why does your body have two types of muscle? I would give you an analogy. Think of it as a sewing machine versus a crane. So a sewing machine are your type 1 muscle fibers. You can see a sewing machine has a small motor, and it goes fast. It goes da 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 da, and it's a small motor. A crane, in contrast, requires a diesel engine, much bigger, more powerful, but it's slower. It's slow. So the crane is your high threshold motor unit. Okay? Now your body needs both, because sometimes, let's say when you're running, what's more going to be active is your type 1 low threshold motor units. So those type 1 muscle fibers. But if you're lifting heavy, you're lifting like heavy objects, you're using more of a type 2 muscle fiber. So here, what's interesting I find in hiking is that you combine both. Usually we have, I think, about in our legs. So it's different. In our legs, we have more of the high threshold motor units, type 2 fibers, and the upper body you have less of that and more of type 1 low threshold motor units. So that's why, like your upper body, you could do higher reps, but you still have type 1 fibers in your legs. That's why you could also run. You could also run using your legs, but you could also lift very heavy object using your legs as well. Here right now, I think, in my opinion, it's a perfect combination of both. Because let's say you're walking, you're going to be using your type 1 fibers, or let's say on a even plane, it's going to be type 1 fibers. You could be running, you're still using type 1 fibers. But now let's say we're going incline. You're going to need more of those type 2 fibers, so more strength. So you're using both, and it's perfect. Like, let's say a 3-hour hike, you're going to